a service of CNC Worldwide.
CNC podcasts are a service of CNC Worldwide, brought to you by the Greece Chamber of Commerce, providing more than 800 member companies with business solutions since 1984. Governor Cuomo says the state has designated 8 hospitals, including Strong Memorial in Rochester, that are being specially equipped to handle a patient infected with Ebola. The governor said in a briefing that each of the hospitals is ready with a go-to team, specially trained and equipped to isolate an infected patient. 6 of the hospitals are downstate, plus Strong and Upstate Medical Center in Syracuse.
So we have over 200 hospitals in the state. All 200 are being prepared so they could identify a case of Ebola if it should walk in the door. But we're going to have 8 identified hospitals that have intensive training and protocols, and they've already been identified as the hospitals that we would use if we needed them.
The governor says New York will benefit from studying the mistakes made at Texas Presbyterian Hospital when Thomas Duncan first showed up feeling sick. It's now two-way traffic on St. Paul Street north of Main in downtown Rochester, and starting after 9 o'clock this morning, it'll be two-way traffic on North Clinton as well. Going back to two-way traffic allows buses in and out of the new RTS Downtown Transit Center, and City Engineer Jim McIntosh says switching over now gives drivers a chance to get used to the new traffic flow without having buses in the mix. The new Downtown Transit Center opens on November 28th. The Rochester-Genesee Regional Transportation Authority says it's several months ahead of schedule. Authority officials say bus drivers are already practicing driving through it. Once it opens, buses will no longer assemble at Main and Clinton to exchange riders. All trips will begin and end at the building on Mortimer Street. Passengers will wait and change inside out of the weather. Rochester police say a 44-year-old man was shot in the upper torso last night near the corner of Clifton and Hennion Streets. The victim was seriously injured. He's in critical condition at Strong Memorial Hospital. Police have no suspects in custody, and their investigation is continuing. A Pittsford father pleaded guilty and was sentenced and taken to prison all on the same day yesterday as the result of a fatal crash last year in Henrietta. Patrick Mulvihill admitted he had half a dozen drinks before he drove 65 miles an hour down Jefferson Road and crashed into an SUV. His co-worker at the University of Rochester, Barbara Uthman, was driving that SUV, and she was killed in the crash. Mulvihill wept as he apologized to Uthman's family in court. He'll serve 3 1/3 to 10 years in prison for vehicular manslaughter, 2 1/3 to 7 for manslaughter. Greece police say they are still seeking 2 men and a woman in connection with the violent home invasion robbery last week. One of the 3 men who carried out the robbery was arrested this week and has been charged in federal court. Greece Police Chief Patrick Phelan said it is only a matter of time before the remaining suspects are in custody. Clarence Lambert of Rochester is charged with obstructing commerce by robbery and using a gun while committing a violent crime. The 22-year-old man was caught when he tried to pawn a high-end watch taken during the robbery. The pawnbroker put 2 and 2 together and called police. Lambert and the other 2 suspects forced their way into a home on Polo Place last week, forced the owners to open the safe, beat them, and lock them up, then stole more than $200,000 worth of cash, diamonds, and high-end watches belonging to the family's jewelry business. Greece police say the female suspect is Lambert's girlfriend, and she may have cased the house before the robbery. The Livonia Fire Department plans a ceremony later this month to honor a golden retriever by the name of Teddy, who alerted his family to a house fire and saved 4 people's lives. The fire happened October 6th in a home on Pennamite Road about 2:30 in the morning. Teddy woke up a family member who noticed smoke and raised the alarm. Even though the house was a total loss, everyone got out without injury, including the rest of the family pets. Teddy was boarding with the Pennamite Road family while his owner was away on a teaching assignment in Kuwait, and the dog had just come to stay the night before the fire. The department is giving Teddy a framed plaque and a fireman's badge for his collar. Livingston County Sheriff Thomas Doherty says a traffic stop in Geneseo led to the arrest of a village resident on cocaine charges. A search of 48-year-old Joseph Watkins' car turned up a felony amount of cocaine, plus some marijuana. Watkins' license was also revoked. He's in the Livingston County Jail. Your next CNC podcast is whenever you click through one of these pages and catch one, and we post updates as necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.